Hey beauties, it's Riri. Welcome back into another day of Vlogmas. If you are new here, I'm an over 40 lover of all things beauty and I love showcasing indie brands here on my channel. Excuse the sun, I'm trying something new. I did move my vanity around so that I'm in front of my window. So the lighting may change, but I really want to try to showcase my skin and everything kind of obviously in natural lighting. So there is no other lighting other than my window in front of me. But all of that to say, look, I love indie brands, you guys, and I wait all year for them to do their Black Friday sales, and I kind of go a little bit crazy. I just received my Sydney Grace order, and I am excited as heck, and I'm gonna unbox it in real time with you guys. I'm gonna swatch the shadows and stuff that I got. We'll create a little bit of a look. If you've tried Sydney Grace, please let me know. I have purchased from Sydney Grace, but as gifts for other people, but I do know that quite a few of you, like my girl Clara, y'all love Sydney Grace, so I am extremely excited. I have not even opened this yet, and I think everything that I got was 50% off. I know I got like 24 things, I think, for under 50 bucks, so really, really good deals, you guys. I'm so excited to get into this box. You guys have no idea. It is packaged so incredibly well too. I always get nervous about that, you know, ordering from brands and not always getting like the best packaging. So everything is packaged beautifully. Also packaged beautifully in here in some bubble wrap. And then there was also tissue in the bottom. So 10 out of 10 for packaging. And shockingly, you guys, it came incredibly quickly too, and I think they're based out of California, so even more impressed by that, I must say. So first up, I got this little gloss. And this is their, the shade Lee. I'll actually put a little bit on. I don't actually smell anything, which is kind of strange for gloss. I do have a little bit of lip oil on. Oh, that color. Oh! Oh, that's beautiful. I would call this a mid-density formula. Not super slippy and thin, but not thick and goopy, because y'all know, thick and gloopy, we don't have that around here. Yeah, it's not giving me the weird, like, booty hole lips. I like that. So far so good. We will open up this next. This is the Mountain Trail little palette. And I'll probably save the palette because I really want to play with the single shadows that I got. But if you know, you know, I am a sucker for kind of grungy, greeny, goldy, all of the things, so I think this is going to be absolutely stunning. So I will definitely come back and do a video. It most likely will be after the holidays. Obviously I do pre-film a lot, especially for Christmas, because I do upload 31 videos in 31 days. But I will come back and I will test things out, and if there's anything that you guys kind of see in like my Black Friday hauls and stuff that you're like, hey, instead of just doing an unboxing, can you come back and do a full video? Please let me know. I do pre-film, but I will also try to accommodate your, you know, ideas, suggestions, and stuff like that. So now I'll go into the boxes, which I'm going to assume are all the 8 million single shadows that I bought. And while we're here, I would love to know what your favorite indie brands are, or just your regular, or just your favorite brands in general. Okay. You guys, I love the lighting. Hopefully you guys do. I know that it's going to kind of go in and out for that. I do apologize, but I really like having, I don't know, I want to, you know, showcase the best version of myself for you guys, the most natural version of myself for you guys. So hopefully it's okay. And obviously if you guys don't like it, then I will just continue the way that I've been doing for 6.5 years. All right. And this is a lot to get through too. This might be a little bit of a longer video for me, but y'all know what I say. If this gets a little bit too long for you, honey, grab your tacos and tequila, milk and cookies, Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos, gingerbread. What's your favorite snack during the holiday season? I'd love to know. Anything gingerbread, I'm down for it. And then every single year I get the little, like, it's European cookies in a tin from Walmart. And I love them. So thank y'all in advance for being here. Oh my gosh. You got, this is a lot of makeup, y'all, for under $50. I literally am freaking out. Like, wow. Oh, how cute. All right. I guess let me take everything out. I did also get some face products too. Let me get everything at least out of the packaging, and then we will dive into some swatches and stuff like that. I'll BRB. All right, everything is unboxed. I am going to do some face products first. This is the blush in the shade Tangled. And I just wanted something that was like kind of very soft and a little bit more kind of neutral leaning for me. And I do have a little bit of blush on, but I do want to try. Oh! Oh boy. I have blush on, but I want to try this. Wow. Let's really blend that out, y'all. That is much punchier than I anticipated. Holy freaking crap. Ooh, beautiful though. Ooh, yes. Okay, went a little overboard. Next up is the shade Pure Love in a blush, and it is a shimmery one. I most likely will not use this much right now. I'm going in with like a tiny bit, but especially for like spring, summer, I love kind of a more glowy, I mean, I love glowy all the time, we know this, but I feel like with like some beautiful bronzer and just, this is gonna look super sun-kissed and really beautiful in the summertime. Oh, that's stunning. All right. Next up for face products is the highlighter in Pumpkin Spice Latte. Now this is obviously going to be way too dark for me to use as a highlight right now, but I figured I can use it as kind of a blush topper. Actually, it works as a highlight too. Maybe a little dark. Ooh, very smooth though, really pretty. Oh yeah, okay. And then the highlighter that I can use right now, I'm trying to be very careful. This is Golden Wonder. And that's just from it being in the little sleeve. I will also go in and put a tiny bit of this on. Wow. Ooh, very pretty. I'm actually thinking now though, I don't know that I have enough room in my palette that I store all of my singles in. So if you have suggestions for little palettes, I might need your ideas. Of course, bonus points if it's a indie brand. Now I think I'll go into the eyeshadows, and I kind of categorized them, if you will. I have a set of more neutral leaning ones. This is the shade Lemon Cream, and very aptly named. That is quite pigmented, especially for a soft yellow like that. Let me let the light kind of come back to not being crazy. That's beautiful. Next up I have Mango Tea, which is one of my favorite types of shades. You guys know I really like these kind of, you know, golden, mazy, caramelly type shades. Next up is the shade Rom-Com. These feel incredibly smooth, and honestly, they are way more pigmented than I anticipated. Like, those colors together with the shimmers that I have also in more of the like neutral shades, I think are gonna be stunning together. Next up is the shade Coliseum. This feels slightly thicker, a little bit more kind of opaque, but on the finger, whoa. It's like bronze with like a lot of like orangey peach in there. Ooh, that is beautiful. Oh yeah. Next up is the shade Golden Peach. And I think it is quite aptly named. You can see the peach and then that fiery kind of gold shift to it. Again, feeling a little bit more kind of thick, a little bit more opaque. Oh, 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 I'm looking down here because my mirror is right here, you guys. Because sometimes if there's a lot of light coming in on me, it's hard for me to actually kind of see the actual color, if you will. Wow, that is beautiful. And these two, kind of in my experience and in my opinion, they're more of like a thicker satin, if you will. Next up in the kind of more neutrally shades is Lucky Peach. This one also feels like just a thicker satin, quite opaque. And I am seeing a really pretty shift of like a soft gold into that deeper like pinky peach shade. So there are the more neutral leaning ones. Ooh, so far I'm thrilled. Let me get some wipes. And I'm just using my little refreshments wipes. I get these and like stock up on them in the IPSY drop shop and stuff. And they're like $3. So I love them. You guys, that blush. Ooh, I know it's a bit much, but you know. I'd like to know while I'm wiping off these swatches, are you ready for Christmas? Have you already done all of your shopping? Are you a late shopper? Do you do anything cool like the white elephant type things and stuff like that? I'm curious. Next, let me get these out the way. I think I'll go into purples because I only have a few of the purples. This doesn't have a shade name, oddly. So I don't know what shade that is. It's kind of, I would call it a dusty, muted purple. The mattes, they feel incredible, you guys. They feel very, very smooth. And then there is the shade Flannel, which I would call a beautiful, deep kind of royal blue purple. And this is the exact same. I feel like they're pretty consistent. Like they all feel a little bit thicker. Again, more of like a thick satin formula. Ooh, that's very pretty though. And these two, to my naked eye, look almost identical. Maybe this one's a little deeper. This is the shade Ladies Dancing. Feels the exact same. Oh, that's beautiful. It almost is like purple, like fuchsia, and I can see like a little bit of teal in there. Or yeah, it's, whoa, that's beautiful. And then the one that looks very similar in the pan is Magic Act. Feels the exact same. Yeah, okay, that one is definitely a little bit darker. Obviously, we're going to see them together. Wow, quite a bit darker. I couldn't really see that kind of with my naked eye. So that is the one I just did. That was the one right before it. So yeah, there's definitely a difference. And I think any of these paired with kind of that really dusty purple, I think are going to be really stunning together. I'm trying to also decide while I'm doing this what I'm going to put on my lids. All right. And I'm not experiencing any staining as of yet, which is pretty good because a lot of times, more specifically with purpley type shades, I will experience some staining, and you can see I do not have any, even on my actual fingers where I'm swatching and picking them up. I do have a towel down here, so I'm trying to kind of dry off in between, and of course I have no primer or anything like that on my fingers. Next, I'll do the two little wild cards. These don't really kind of collectively fit in with anything else. This is the Queen of Hearts. And I love beautiful berry shades like this, specifically in like fall and winter months. I'm not seeing any shift. So I feel like it's literally just a really pretty kind of berry red shade. Leaning a little bit more orangey. And then this shade right here is called Touchdown. And it's like a very rich, deep charcoal shade. And I feel like I'm seeing some sparkle in here as well. Also a little bit thicker, denser of a formula. Oh, that's pretty. Oh yeah, oh, I love that. Ooh. I feel like this just literally all over and make it be like a pulled out wing effect, and then put a bunch of like silver glitter on top, a beautiful silver inner corner. Yes, please. That would be stunning, especially for New Year's. Okay, still no staining, shockingly. All right, and then we will dive into the blues and greens. And first up in that category is a matte. This is called Sea Breeze. And it's a beautiful, soft, I'd call it more of like a sage green. Again, these feel very, very smooth, very, very soft. Really love that color. Next up is Megalodon. And it is a beautiful, I'd say like a mid-tone, more hunter type green. Again, this is a much thicker formula. But as you see, even though they have a little bit of like, they're a little bit thicker, a little bit more opaque, they do apply to the skin at least. I don't know about the eyes, but usually it's the same. You can see how glass-like these are. I'm watching my tent, you guys, outside. We kept the tent up for like holiday season, just for guests and stuff like that. And we actually like to sleep in our tent. It's just super fun. I know we're weird, but the wind is winning today, y'all. And that tent does not look like it's gonna fare very well. If you hear a loud bang, you know what happened. Next up is Tempest. And it is a beautiful, I didn't wash that off all the way, sorry. It is a beautiful, very true, like neon-y, limey green. Same exact texture and consistency. And I want to note too, like these are actually, they're full. Can I get in there? Yeah. These are full pans. Like I have gotten many, and even from some of my favorite brands, I have gotten many shadows that did not even fill up the pan. I'm feeling like I'm seeing a shift here some, like silvery, but it could just be the reflection. Because to my naked eye, I'm not actually seeing that. Oh, wow, that is pretty, y'all. Whoa. That is beautiful. I do feel like I'm seeing some silver. You guys let me know. That honestly could just be just the reflection and stuff. All right, let me wipe those off. Yeah, we like to sleep in the tent. Like as soon as it starts to kind of get a little bit cooler outside, there's just something about it, like us camping outside, and we have like a little fire pit and stuff like that. We enjoy it. You know, it's our way of camping. And I am somebody, I definitely prefer cooler weather. My body does not prefer it. My pain levels have been incredibly high recently, but I love cool weather, and I love it being cold outside, or cold, like even in the house being a little bit cooler, but then being warm and toasty up underneath your blanket, or having a cozy robe on, or cozy slippers. Oh, I love it. Okay, and then we'll go into the more kind of bluey shades. This shade right here is Thrilled, and I would call it a pretty deepened, it's green verging on blue. Like a deep teal, but there's definitely, you know, a little bit more green there. Incredibly opaque, my goodness. Next up is Mint Green, and it's mint green. Yeah, texturally, they all feel the same, all of them. A little bit more thick, kind of fully opaque. But then on the, you know, on the skin, or as, you know, I swatch them, they're very smooth. Next up is Ice Storm. And this, oh my gosh. I could put this with the purples, with the teals, with the blues. It's got all of them. This is so pretty. I hope that it translates on the eyes. Like, I hope. Oh, that's so pretty. Ooh. Okay, this one I can kind of feel the thickness as I'm spreading it out. And it's not super high shine. Hopefully you can kind of see the difference. Like that one is a little bit more kind of shiny. That doesn't really... I expected more. Let me look in my mirror. Yeah, I feel like I wanted a little bit more from that shade. I'm literally, it kind of all just turns into a pretty lilac-y blue. And then the very last shade is Polar Bear, and it is a beautiful kind of cadet blue. Not really seeing shifts or anything in that one as well, or either. All right, I need a new wipe, and then we'll decide what we're gonna put on our eyeballs, you guys. And I love videos like this. Like, I really like to sit down and just play in the makeup. You know, of course I like to do makeup and stuff like that, but it's also just fun to just kind of showcase things and show you guys and kind of be able to see the different flips and shifts. And like, it's exciting for me to discover new products, new brands, new favorites and stuff like that. And if you guys want to see, I have like a very big palette full of single shadows. If you want to see a full-on video like this, me showcasing them, then please let me know, versus like, you know, seeing an overhead camera and just seeing my hands and me swatching it that way. Like, do you like it like this, where we can just sit down and chat? Again, no staining. Yeah, no staining. Okay. But let me know about that. I am going to prime solely because I always do. And I know a lot of people don't believe in primer or think that it's just gimmicky or think that it's, you know, an influencer or a brand trying to influence you to buy something you don't really need, y'all. But I am telling you specifically for myself, because I have hooded lids. And then if you do have more oily lids and or hooded oily or hooded dry lids, it's going to benefit you. And I have done several videos and several comparisons kind of showcasing using primers versus not using them. And in my opinion and in my experience, they do make the shadows pop a little bit better. They kind of give you a more even canvas, specifically if you have, you know, sallowness or darkness, dark veining and stuff like that on your lids. I personally think they're worth having, but that's my opinion. I'm gonna grab a couple little brushes. I feel like I just recently did neutral, but I don't know when this is going up. I think I want to kind of do tealy purple. That's kind of where I'm leaning. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go in with Thrilled first. I'm going to go in with a Give Me Glow G415, and it's like fluffy but a little bit more tapered at the end. And I'm a little nervous because, like I said, they're quite punchy and quite impactful. And I'm going to place that. Ooh, my goodness, very pretty. I normally start a little lower, probably should have. I'm going to place that in the crease about halfway over. Ooh, I like that color, and it is actually blending impressively fast. All right, a little bit more. I am getting some kick up as I go in with my brush. Hello. That does not bother me, but I do note it for you guys. Wow, yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, I love that color. And I tried, as you guys can see, I'm not always like a blue, tealy, purple type of fan, generally speaking. But I did want to push myself out of my comfort zone, and I wanted to get some things that I don't normally get. I'm going to go in with this little Refer brush. I'm going to kiss the edges. There's nothing on this brush. And what this does is just kind of helps me get that little bit of diffusion and a little bit more blended of a look. And I'm doing small, teeny tiny circular motions. Wow, yep, that's beautiful. Okay, I love that. Now I'm gonna go into the Dusty Purple. I'm hoping I can make it light enough for what I'm wanting. I'm just gonna tap that same exact brush off, and I'm gonna go into whatever the shade is. Dusty Purple, y'all. It is Dusty Purple. Again, a little bit of kick up in the pan. I'm going to try to take a less is more approach with this. There we go. Oh yeah, that's beautiful too. And I want to kind of feather that up almost completely into my brow. Working very slowly, again, because these are tonally almost the same. And I want to have, obviously, the outer corner be a little bit darker. You do not have to do that, obviously. Oh, yes, that's beautiful. These are blending incredibly, incredibly well, like very quickly. I'm not getting any patching, no settling or anything like that. And then where they kind of meet together, I'm going to softly graze the perimeter of that teal. That is stunning. Oh yes, love. Okay, let's see. I feel like I definitely want to use this shade, the shade Flannel, that very rich, deep, dark kind of royal shade. And I want to leave a little bit of that blue showing, so I'm actually going to keep this a little lower than I usually will go. I am a fan of doing my shimmer formulas, you know, metallic formulas, whatever, with my finger. I feel like you get the best bang for your buck. You will lose a little sense of control sometimes, and it's not going to be quite as precise. So if you need to go back in with a brush, or you just kind of prefer a brush, silicone applicator, old school sponge, you know, do whatever makes you feel like the best version of yourself. Now, I don't know if I want to go into one of the tealy shades or another purple. But I'm also kind of feeling like that could be cool and actually really give me that peacock vibe. I'm gonna go with the mint green with just my pinky. And again, keep it a little lower. Oh yeah, that works. Oh, that's beautiful together. And now these are not like super, you know, high shine, super fold, super, you know, metallic-y, but they are stunning nonetheless. Now I'm just going to take my finger in between those two shades. That is pretty. Oh, I love it so much. All right, let me do the other eye off camera. I'll come back and we'll wrap things up. All right, here's the completed look with all of my Sydney Grace goodies. Well, not all of them, but all that I could put on my eyes. I'm thrilled. I think that I am extremely happy with my purchase. I love, love, love the color range that they have on there. They have 1,000 different colors, you guys, mattes and shimmers. What color story was your favorite of everything that I swatched? And what do you guys think of the look? I think it's super peacocky, very pretty. I did take the highlight and put on my inner corner. Now, obviously this and this does not go, so just ignore that part. I'll even get a little bit closer for y'all. If you hear my dog snoring, I do apologize. And that is it. Have you purchased from Sydney Grace before? What did you guys think? Thank y'all so much for joining. I hope you guys have a phenomenal holiday season. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you did enjoy. Thank you to my beautiful channel members. I love you. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.